Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Smiley. Just came to come through real quick to introduce myself to everyone. I am a 37-year-old FTM transgender man. For those who don't know, that's a female to male trans man. And I just day to day get so many questions about my transition from gay people, male, female, to straight people, male, female, to parents, to kids, to just everybody. So I figure, hey, why not put out some education to help people that may just be curious about it, or may be thinking about transitioning, or have kids that they think would want to transition. And like I said, I'm 37, and I only started my transition about a little over 8 months ago. And that's these days that's pretty late from the information and the research that I've done, and probably because of the way that I grew up and the time frame of which I came up. If 2019 was 1981, I probably would have transitioned 30 years ago, probably. I don't know, who knows, but I guess everything happened in the universe in God's time. So I just kind of wanted to first introduce myself to everybody. Like I said, my name is Smiley, and I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm actually a surgical nurse here at VCU Health System, and I've been a OR nurse now for about 10 years, and I love my job. I get to help people every day, and every day here at a level 1 trauma center is different. But now, like I said, I'm a female to male trans man, and I'm really still new into my transition, so a lot of things I'm still learning and growing, but I also would like to be able to help people to also learn and grow, even if it's just to broaden your horizons, to know about how the other half lived, whatever the other half is exactly. So if you guys are interested in taking this journey along with me, log on in, man. Let's get it cracking. Okay, so uh, I've always growing up, like I said, I'm 37, so I was born in 1981, and I can remember growing up and always hearing my mom and my dad and my brother saying, "Oh man, you should have been a boy." And back then, we were dominant females were called tomboys. So I was always a tomboy, but I could also remember being young, like in kindergarten, and not even knowing about sex or anything like that, not even that it was sexual, but I remember looking at my classmates or little girls in the neighborhood or whatever and just thinking, oh my God, she is just so pretty. And then I remember, like, as I got older, I'm thinking, wait, this is not normal for me to be thinking like this, because traditionally in the past, you think of a family unit as a man or husband, female or wife, two kids, a dog, and a white picket fence, right? But as I got older, I started to realize that, well, things are not always so conventional. And I've just always been attracted to women. And I naturally was into things that were described or seen as more boyish, per se. Like, I remember Mike Tyson being a big deal when I was young. So this had to be 1989, and my brother Larry is 3 years older than me. and we had these Mike Tyson boxing gloves, and yo, like me and him, we would just be duking it out, or playing the Sega Genesis. And I always used to get so pissed or upset when Troy and them, his friends, would come over, because now I got to go back into my bedroom, which my mom, of course, I'm a little girl at the time, so I had a big white canopy bed with all these white dressers that pardon my French, but I fucking hated. Like, I hated my bedroom. It was, everything was white and pink, white and pink, because I was her only girl. But of course, to me, my brother had the coolest room. He had the bunk beds, he had the game systems, and all I had was a bunch of Cabbage Patch Kids that sat in the corner getting dusty. I also used to be into music though, so I had got my mom one year to buy me a Yamaha keyboard. So I would play around with music, and then I started playing the drums and the clarinet and different instruments growing up. But like, I used to get so mad when my brother friends would come over, because then he had them, and then they wouldn't want me out trailing behind them as they riding bikes through the neighborhoods, because of course they trying to go sneak and talk to little girls and stuff. And if I'm 10, they 13, 14 years old. So it just kind of sucked. And being that I was so different than the other females around our neighborhood, like, I'm not gonna say they didn't want to hang out with me, but I probably didn't want to hang out with them either. You know what I mean? Because they want to make mud pies and play Barbies and stuff, and I want to go climb trees and ride dirt bikes. You know what I mean? So it just, in a sense, I kind of feel like sometimes I had a slightly, not boring or depressing, but just not as great as it probably could have been if it were a different time, which I think is great now that we have so many different types of people able to live out loud. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, because it's hurt people. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. I just kind of wanted to come through and, like I said, introduce myself and share parts of my life and my past and what has gotten me to the point I am now, with people that are interested and just, willing to learn and take time out and listen, hopefully laugh and grow together. Um, so I'm gonna try to drop videos as frequently as possible. Obviously, hopefully when I'm not at work. But thank God today wasn't too bad, and then we got finished a little early. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and crack down and get this first video out, just kind of introducing myself and starting a little piece of my story, throwing it out to the world to see if anything sticks on the wall. But so, like I say, just, if you see people, when you see, because no if, because we see and hear of things that are the new norms so frequently nowadays. But always remember that you never know someone's story and what's gotten them to where they are now. So just sometimes take that extra second to think about what you say to people, because not everybody is in the same place, in the same frame of mind as you are. You never know what people have going on in their personal life, and that interaction with you, however small, could sometimes make or break their spirit. So I just want to leave you guys with that on this beautiful Friday afternoon, and I'm about to get up out this camp because it's Friday, and hopefully maybe tomorrow I will come back and finish sharing some more about my story about maybe I'll start with like my childhood and how I was raised, um, and kind of bring you guys up to where I am now. Actually, I think that may make a little more sense, especially since I'm so new to YouTube and the communities and everything. But you guys try to enjoy the rest of your day, be blessed, and if you can, bless someone else. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.